Greetings and welcome to the Dyson Sphere Program. As you can see, I've done a few things. This is an ongoing run somewhere else I'm currently doing. We'll explain it immensely. The Dyson Sphere Program right now is what happens if you combine Supreme Commander, because they added lots of military, Planetary Annihilation, because there's dozens of planets, Factorio, because as you can see there's huge amounts of lines ongoing, and Satisfactory, because it's 3D and also similar. So we're going to discuss a few things. First of all, if you'd like to see 100 days condensed form on a death world, this is a death world, fighting the threat, which as you can see has two bases, and also space bases. If I look up occasionally, you'll see them. See that? That's a planet I can go to. Those are other stars I can go to. You can travel across the world. So you have a press M, you see the planet. You can see there's a huge amount of stuff on the planet. You can go out further. You can fly. But the whole game is based around Factorio-based things. So you can see there's huge amounts of spaghetti going on. This one here is copper. This here is bullets for my turrets. This is turret bullets. And you can see they go over there. They actually go over. There's multiple layers. So if I go to my logistics, you go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? It goes up. You can also research it to go even higher and higher and higher. The highest upgrades you can have for things actually have it so far in the sky, it's insane. There are constructors. There are smelters. If you've ever played Factorio, you know what you're looking at. So let's have a quick look at this line over here. So we have smelted copper, smelted iron. And this thing here is magnets. It's iron ore which turns into magnets. Obviously, I'm a little bit low on them. So as you can see here, this one, which is making cogs, is pulling iron from this bit here and dumping them over to here. This one's also doing cogs. This one's doing cogs. This one here is making belts, which requires iron and cogs. So it's pulling from both sides and then dumping them onto here. Which, as you can see, then goes over the top of this line over here and then over the top of this line over here. So we follow these, we then get to this, which these are making that. But these go all the way down to here, and then they get combined with these engines to make tier 2 conveyors, which are much faster. Currently they're just being stored over here, but I'm using them to upgrade things. If I go, yep. Do I actually have it? Am I quite full? But as you can see, everything's going along nicely. Let's have a look. I am actually quite full. Let's do this. Then go, yep. But now if I hold U, I can actually fully upgrade the entire line. So as you can see, that entire line is now blue, and it's moving much faster. Let's see, this one here is grabbing engines and grabbing magnetic coils. Magnetic coils, which are part of this line over there, are grabbing magnets and copper. So as you can see, huge amounts going on. We're also under attack. That's the new part. You can see there, there's an attack over there, 300 meters away. Let me just go fly over to it and have a look-see. Go past my coal mining, my oil mining, my research. Oh, there it is, over there. As you can see, the front lines have hit. Oh, and here come the ground attack. So we were looking at nearly 200 units. It looks like we've destroyed them all. So how combat in the game works is your unit, your big mech, your bumblebee, has a mining laser, which it does mining with. It also has like a shooty laser, which does like 3 shots. You can upgrade it. If you also go into it, actually go, let's see, E. Actually go into my inventory, my mech panel. You can see here I've currently got a certain amount of munitions. Currently I'm loaded with rockets. But you can have 3 different munitions types which it cycles through if you really want to. I've got bullets, I've got rockets, I've also got power. And there's my little laser. How the enemy works is obviously they go for important things because they're not a big fan of your polluting. And right now, as you can tell by doing this, large chunks of the planet are happy. And as you can see there, there's a couple of big things. So let's go and actually have a look at them. So the Dawn of the Fog, or whatever they're calling it, is brand new. It's only been out for like a week or so. I've been doing a 100 days video in it. I expect 100 people to watch it. But if you look over here, this is the enemy base. This is a tier 4 enemy base. So you can see it's got high energy laser towers. It's pulling in lots and lots of rangers. Rangers are the ones which do the attack. So you see that's the planetary base. That's a guardian camp which has troops to defend it. Ranger camp, obviously they're the attackers, plasma sentries. It levels up. To kill it, you have to wipe out every single base building, destroy the planetary base, which if you look up, actually you see that. They're literally siphoning resources and sending them off planet. And then cement over it. Now, given enough time, the enemy will build new bases. Oh, am I under attack? The enemy will build new bases. On one of my runs, there was 2. And then suddenly there was a third planet within 20 minutes. Something's attacking me. Stop it. Yeah, they're upset. So there's 2 bases. They will cycle through threat. The more things they kill, the more threat there is. So you don't want them wiping out buildings because the threat will grow faster. Obviously, I have threat raised quite high on this. We have research. This is the research tree. As you can see, I'm halfway through it. There's a few things. There's an upgrade tree. Like this is my mech core, which gives me more energy, which is kind of needed. Universe exploration, so I can see what's going on. See this? Lets me see resources within 6 light years. All planetary systems, just a few things. I have the ability to fly right now. If I grab this, I'll have a drive engine, which allows me to go to other planets. Now, right now, as you can see, a lot's going on. I have a defensive bases and positions absolutely everywhere. I have the beginnings of a main bus going through the planet. Why did I just suddenly throw red out? Whatever. And I have huge amounts of things pulling off the main bus. It's a lot going on. Now, obviously, if you're seeing this from here, you've seen a lot of what I'm doing. But I am doing 100 days in it. It's taking a long time. I'm being yelled at. I love how glowy the research is. Look at that blue being made. I think I'm a bit low on resources. There's huge amounts of things you can do. And one of the big things is you can build defensive fleets and then offensive space fleets. Now, right now, I've actually going through my inventory. You'll see I don't really have much access. I can build these, but I don't really have too much access to them. Let me just grab some more stone and sneeze. Now, if I press V, you can see here, this is showing my planet. As you can see, I'm not actually on a planet, I'm on a moon. This is the planet, just there. There were 2 massive space bases. You see that red thing moving? That is transports. That planet over there, which you can go to at Drive Engine 2, is being heavily mined. They're sending resources to the main space bases. As you can see, there's a lot of troops guarding them. Now, this is just one planetary body. As you can see, there's a few more. An awful lot more. So we're there. As you can see, there's a few here. Yep, and I've loaded the Milky Way galaxy. So the entire thing is actually being uploaded over time to their systems. So this entire planetary body and the entire systems connected to it is being uploaded to the Milky Way, which is pretty darn cool. Although obviously right now it's taking a long time to load it because it is the Milky Way. It might actually crash my system. So we're going to go back to the game and ignore that. And I'm going to show you other things. Oh, look at that. So this is the Milky Way galaxy, as you can see. You can tell roughly where I am. I'm somewhere there. There's so many different clusters. So that's kind of beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's a few stars here. There's a few things going on. Obviously, you can't do that. This is as far as you go. You are trying to build a Dyson Sphere, which is, you know, a solar system-sized planetary sphere using a star as a power source. We can't do that. But let me just quickly show you some other things. I'll show you some major combat. I'll show you some other things too. As you can see, I've been expanding the ground over here. Just in case you don't like the ground, add more ground. Nice. Oh, that save was bad. That save just wiped out one of my future upgrades. No! So while I quite literally wait for my research for the drive engine to be unlocked, you can see there are now drones giving me resources here. The enemy bases are finally destroyed. That took absolutely forever. And you can see on this bit in the bottom over here, you can see the size of the planet. Now, because this game is based on dozens of planets, unlike things like Factorio, where just one big massive bus, me building the bus is absolutely stupid. At any point I need, I can just build on another planet and have resources delivered by interplanetary ships. The entire point of the game is, of course, building vast chunks of things. Now, I do obviously need a few more combat drones, so I'm going to go build them. There are other things on the game which also use combat drones. The prototypes are the basic ones. As you can see, the turrets and stuff still exist. So over here, these are your main defensive bases which are added into the game. Basically, they will control 4 construction drones. They build things around them. See, they've got a defense module of actual machines if you want to. And they pick up resources of anything within range. But they will repair everything within range. They'll pick up all resources. Everything here has been picked up by enemy drops, apart from the turrets I put in. They'll rebuild things lost. And they will deploy combat drones. Now, right now, I can only have 6 combat drones inside a squad. If I go to my research down here and show you it, where is it? combat squad. See, this would give me an extra 2. This would give me an extra ground squadron, so I could have 2 squads of 8. This would give me another 4 ground squadron slots. So that's even more troops. This will give me another 2 more ground squadrons, so then it'd be 4 squads of 12. 6 squads of 12. 8 squads of 12. So you can see it starts building up. Then you obviously have space fleets. Because the space fleet, as you can see, requires 2 more techs, which I'm not using, is what you fight in space. And obviously there's different units. There is, like I say, I'm using prototypes. So I go down here. You can see I've got prototypes. There's precision drones. There's attack drones. There's corvettes. Destroyers. I have none of those. What I do, however, have is something important. I can now fly. So I'm going to go into fly. Let's do this. So I have a few drones in case I get attacked. There's the dark fog rising. Look at that. You can just see them. And there's my neighbouring planet. And there they are, over there. So, straight up. And now look, we're in space. Just like that. So you want to give enough cruising speed to break away from the planet. Otherwise you get pulled back down. You pick where you want to go. I've lost my planet. Is it V? I want to go there. Okay, auto show. Show me. Okay, I want an indicator. There we are. So I want to go that way. I've got to go round. So you do that. You don't use power while just coasting. You can use power at the bottom, as you can see it goes down, to get my cruise speed up. And here we are, in the depths of space. Just like that, we're now in the depths of space. And there's the planet they're going to. You can even see the enemy base on top of it. Look at that little sods. No, I'm being pulled into the... There. And that's it. You can now fly from one planet to another. There's obviously another upgrade where you go to... Oh, I'm going to crash. The next systems. Right now I can just go to one place. And here we are. We're on the planet. This is another planet. Another thing. Universe exploration. We have things. We can grab stone. We have copper. We have stone. We have an enemy base, which is a lower tier. Lost some buildings, apparently, from the last fight. Just goes up there. But yeah, more mining, more base, more space. Do I actually have my drones equipped? I do. Good. I'll just show you drone combat. It's pretty basic. God, the size of that. Look at it. I think this is where I get titanium from. So you can make most resources at base, but in very small numbers. You come to other planets because each planet has different resources. So you can bring it all back to one central base. So there's also a day-night cycle, as you can see, slowly going away. So you can bring all the resources back to one central base. It's not really worth it, but you can. So you eventually have factories. There it is, titanium. Factories on different places building different things. And obviously that is then set up by this tech for the planetary logistics system with logistics drones. So then they start doing that. Then you have the interstellar logistics system. Those are big, massive transports going from place to place. So we don't have that right now. So obviously I'd have to do everything on one planet and bring it back over. But you build up, you research, you expand. Entire planets become mechanised. The Mechanicum starts praising you. Doom starts approaching your enemies. It's big. It's glorious. Look at how many enemies there are. Let me just show you. Okay, there's my fighters up there in the sky. Now I do have a shield gen. I do have missiles. My fighters, they're not the best fighters. They exist, but they're not the best. Like I say, prototypes are the most basic of all fighting drones. What you really need is precision or attack. But they held. I think I lost a couple. But they held. Yeah, you're pretty good, aren't you? Okay, God, it's looking at it above me. Now I press Z, I can actually pick up drop resources. As you can see, they drop a lot of cool things. You can run and survive entire bases on enemy drops. They have actually nerfed that. That's how easy it was to run and thrive off of enemy drops. But yeah, we need more of these. My energy is going slow because I'm building inside. I can easily put down a battlefield analysis base. That's the big base. I can have signal towers. I can start powering up an entire base upon this planet. It's very easy to do. It's very simple to do. I can just immediately build a base, start bringing resources, start bringing energy, and suddenly this place will be mine. Although it took a long time just to fight off the main 2 bases. And every base you kill gets the space bases angry. Now right now I'm not in their territory. I'm not mining anything. The space bases don't care unless I'm attacking the ground bases. And now the ground bases are gone, they don't care about me again. But obviously they will start caring eventually. You guys attacking? You should be attacking. Are you guys not attacking? Come on. No? Alright, whatever. But yeah, you don't want the space bases to attack you because you don't have any ground defence forces. Now, rockets, I think, can shoot things out of the sky. I have 2 turrets back at base. They're not the best at it, but they do exist. There we go, they're all killed. I don't have anything. Can I start building? What have I even got in here? First stage will, of course, be energy pylons, like that. As you can see, I've started to build. This is how you build, nice and simple. There we go, got power. Got a defensive base down now as well. Doesn't really have the most power, but it exists. It's powering up. Let's get rid of these, give it some drones, and suddenly I now have a defensive base upon this planet. Is it going to help me out? Not so much, no. Because let's face it, the enemy is significantly tougher than me. But I now have a defensive position. I have no way of getting resources to this planet. But it's a very simple thing. You build, you click, you go along there. You can see along the lines, the planet does actually have contours. Now if you stay along the main lines, of course, it's quite simply a grid, a 5x5 grid. But get towards certain areas of the planet, you will find the grid starts losing its shape a bit. Because obviously a planet isn't an equal sized shape. There are many little issues. There's ups, there's downs, as you can see, which is pretty cool. Come back here, drones. There's actually an awful lot going on. I like that. Is that the version of their ocean, these things? Just dust and doom. I like it a lot. Anyway, let's go back to building. I need to head back home. I don't have the power to head back home. I don't have the ability to charge up off my own network, so I'm just literally using enemy power cells to charge up. There's different levels of power, because you need to charge at the bottom, and I'm using one of the more basic ones. You can also, and this is pretty cool, change how your mech looks. You can change how it looks, you can change things. There's obviously some mecha blueprints. You can do this. I'm just going to load this one. So yeah, you can design how you look. It does use resources, so you need a lot of resources to do it, but you can give yourself a completely new design. And as you can see, there's a fair bit of alteration. Like Icarus 3 here looks vastly different to Icarus 1. Oh, you look good. If only I had 7,000 iron and 438. I mean, I have that. I could look like this if I wanted to. I can also try and build my own thing, as you can see. I'm going to edit each and every individual block. Curve type. It's very in-depth. You can straight up build your own mech design. As you can see, it's literally over the top of a frame. I'm not that smart. I cannot do that. But you guys can. No, ignore that. Carry on going. Expanding. Back home. Can I even take it off? Or would I need to... Can I leave? I haven't got the power. I'm falling back to planet, I think. Am I making it? I'm making it. Ooh. So I'm just going to cruise back to base and have a more of a chat. So yeah, there's space combat. Obviously, everything is based around you. There's big, massive dark fog hives. You can turn off the combat. If you don't want to keep fighting for your bases, you can just turn off the combat. There's entire sliders where you can make it easier, harder, so on and so forth. You don't have to have them on at all. If you do, you can customize them. I'm falling into the gas giant. So manually collect resource. So I'm mining here. This will give me hydrogen. Hydrogen, I think, burns better. I'm not actually making enough. I think I'm stuck here forever now. Okay, I'm just making more. If I take those away, am I making enough? No. I actually need hydrogen to process to get off the planet. Good times. Good times. I'm now trapped here. I'm now full on trapped here. So yeah, you can mine your way out, but you will be stuck here for a while real time. It's a bit of an issue. So yeah, many different types of planets. There's obviously also other things. No, stop flying. Why am I still flying? I guess I have to stay flying because obviously I'm stuck on a gas giant. You can get miners for gas giants, just not right now. Can I leave yet? No. No, I can't leave. I'm now trapped here forever. Let's go somewhere else. This shows it. So, as you can see here, at the top of the planet, you can see how these rings get smaller and smaller. Obviously, this is a bit underwater right now. But you get a rough idea. So, this area here, this is one of the 3 bases on it, as you can see. There was 2, and a 3rd one got built. But this gives you a very good idea of how the things go. See, they just can't quite fit. So, you can't always build a perfectly 5x5 looking thing, because it starts getting a bit odd closer to the actual poles. So you want to build a nice base, stay near the centre of the map where it's a lot easier. So you can see like the grid's there, the grid here. It's okay for bits of it. It seems to change every 2 to 3 or so. So you want to make sure you're perfectly fine with that. Now this is a very early one. The planetary bases are still powering up. See, these haven't even done a darn thing. I have no way to actually charge myself. Let's see. You can see the enemy's actually still reinforcing. Of course they are. Of course they bloody are. Oh, look at that reinforcements coming from that base over there. They do not like us. Another planet over there. But yeah, there's many different things. This game is out. It's been out for a couple of years. The massive update it's released is the one everyone was waiting for. If you want to do Planetary Annihilation and Factorio, this is the game for you. Now, I can't really say too much else I really want to build. I really want to design. I could build all sorts of cool things. Right now, I could just, you know... Oh, you need a power grid for things to run, obviously. You can make sure things are fine. There's different levels of power grid. I'm using energy. Most of what you do starts off quite environmentally friendly. Like one of the first things you get is wind turbines, and then you learn how to burn things with a thermal power plant. So you learn to build coal after you learn to use wind turbines, which makes sense. You are big robots, but which currently I think this one is. Yes, big robots currently burning trees. So I'm not really environmentally friendly. Basic guns, basic trees. You can't swim. You hover. Hovering actually uses huge amounts of energy early on. The day-night cycle is pretty nice. The fact that you can just see that going up and over your planet every now and then. The other thing next to you, it's really, really nice. It's a game I've spent a lot of time on. Like, obviously, I'm doing like 100 days. That's a long time. But, yeah, I recommend it. There's going to be a link in the description downstairs below. I have been the Fallen Shogun. This has been the Rise of the Dark Fog update. It's amazing. It's epic. Get it. I mean, you're going to get yourself for Christmas, do it. Otherwise, get Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. But anyway, I've been the Fallen Shogun. Take care. Be awesome. Be epic. You can also stack buildings. See that? Building stacking. Be awesome. Be epic. Be amazing. And I'll be seeing you sometime soon. Keep researching combustibles and then steel for me. Yes, glow for me. Goodbye. Good luck. Oh, I love the noises.